Welcome to Aviator DB News Briefing. Today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. First, breaking news headlines. Cessna citation missing in Bolivia presumed crashed with 2 dead. In other news, Delta A321 recovers from roll during JFK final approach. Artemis II returns safely, FASA, align on aerospace safety milestone. Cessna citation unresponsive in Brazil, crash confirmed following fuel exhaustion. Now for the details. Cochabamba, Bolivia. A private Cessna 550 Citation Bravo carrying 2 pilots has been reported missing over the Bolivian highlands and is presumed to have crashed following erratic flight patterns on Monday. The aircraft, identified as registration CP3243, departed from La Paz El Alto Airport, LPB, at 8:19 local time, en route to Santa Cruz El Trompillo Airport. Air traffic control lost radar contact approximately 2 hours after departure near 19,375 feet following a high rate of descent. The Bolivian Aviation Authority, DGAS-AIG, is leading the investigation as rescue teams search for wreckage in mountainous terrain northeast of Cochabamba. Erratic flight behavior. According to data from the Aviation Safety Network, last communication with the crew occurred around 8:50 local time. Subsequent radar tracking showed the aircraft entering a circular pattern at 39,000 feet, roughly 20 times before descending rapidly. Local media reports identify the owner as Oscar Mario Justiniano, Minister of Productive Development, though this has not been independently confirmed by officials. 2 individuals on board are believed dead following the impact. This incident marks a significant aviation tragedy for Bolivia in 2026. As of Tuesday morning, no official cause for the crash has been determined, and flight recorders have not yet been recovered. Ongoing search operations. The Bolivian Directorate General of Civil Aviation, AIG, is coordinating the search efforts. Authorities advise that the accident site is located approximately 115 kilometers northeast of Cochabamba. Weather conditions in the high-altitude region are a factor in recovery operations, but no environmental hazards have been confirmed as a contributing cause to date. The incident occurred during the en route phase of flight. This event adds to a brief list of recent Citation Bravo incidents globally, though no causal link has been established between this crash and previous accidents involving the type. Delta Airlines flight DL-806 experienced a sudden roll while on final approach to runway 31L at John F. Kennedy International Airport in early February. Video footage captured shortly before landing shows the Airbus A321 making an abrupt wing dip, though the crew executed corrective inputs to stabilize the aircraft. The plane subsequently landed safely with no injuries reported. Aviation analyst Captain Steve attributed the incident to probable wake turbulence from a preceding aircraft, compounded by crosswind conditions common in New York airspace. The analysis highlights standard pilot training responses where opposite aileron inputs are applied instinctively to recover control. Aircraft systems functioned as designed during the recovery phase. The incident occurred on the same flight number that had previously experienced a ground taxi issue at JFK earlier that day, involving a tense air traffic control exchange regarding departure delays. While officials have not issued specific statements regarding the roll, the event underscores ongoing operational challenges within high-traffic hubs like New York City. Regulatory alignment confirms mission success. Aviation regulators and space authorities continue to converge on safety standards following the successful conclusion of NASA's Artemis II mission. Regulators FAA-NASA aligned with NAA's success narrative regarding the spacecraft's re-entry and landing protocols. Launched at 6:35 p.m. EDT on April 1, 2026 from Kennedy Space Center, the Orion spacecraft completed its trajectory and splashed down in the Pacific Ocean on April 10, 2026 at 8:07 p.m. EDT. Record distances and technology transfer. The mission achieved a record distance of 25,207.56 miles from Earth during the lunar flyby, surpassing Apollo 13's 1970 distance of 24,806.55 miles. The crew covered 69 and 481 miles total over nearly 10 days. This data is critical for aerospace engineering advancements, as NASA emphasizes the mission paves the way for future lunar landings, Artemis 3, and Mars missions. Crew recovery and industry impact. The four-person crew, Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen, CSA, returned safely after a 13-minute re-entry. The crew was dubbed International Treasures by the CSA following their triumphant return. CBS News described the trip as historic with stunning moments, while The Telegraph noted the mission's role in unveiling new Earth and Moon panoramas previously unseen. Current status. As of April 11th through 12th, 2026, focus has shifted to crew recovery and mission analysis, with no further incidents reported. While no statements were issued by commercial airlines or private manufacturers like SpaceX regarding specific partnerships, the collaborative narrative between regulatory bodies confirms the integration of these technologies into broader aerospace frameworks. Brazil Citation Incident Overview. A Cessna Citation jet became unresponsive, continued on autopilot, and crashed in Brazil following fuel exhaustion. These details come from a YouTube short uploaded by the Taking Off channel, which reports the aircraft went down on the day of the video's release. As of this report, specific details including the aircraft registration and casualty count remain unidentified in available results. Investigation status. No specific official statements have been issued by Brazilian regulators, such as ANAC, the FAA, NTSB, or manufacturers regarding this specific Brazil incident. The investigation status mirrors early stages of similar unresponsive frames, citation incidents where fuel exhaustion follows pilot incapacitation. Historical context and safety analysis. Aviation patterns suggest unresponsive jets often fly on autopilot until fuel runs out in scenarios involving hypoxia or pilot incapacitation. In a comparable 2023 Cessna 560 Citation Vive crash in Virginia, 4 fatalities occurred after the aircraft flew over restricted airspace and crashed due to likely hypoxic incapacitation. Robert Sumwalt, a retired 737 captain and former NTSB chair, has noted that small jets like Citations can remain airborne on autopilot post-incapacitation until fuel exhaustion occurs. This pattern aligns with the 2005 Helios Airways crash in Greece, where unpressurization led to hypoxia and fatalities. While these precedents exist, no Brazil-specific expert analysis has been identified in current search results. Fuel dynamics. Fuel exhaustion occurs when tanks are empty. In contrast, fuel starvation involves undelivered fuel due to maneuvers like low fuel unporting during steep climbs. Low fuel risks include engine stall and operational limits on specific aircraft types. That's all we have for today. You can get the latest aviation news at aviatordb.com.